Last time on the Alpha Male Universe.
Everybody who ever wronged you is currently laughing at you because you are not more successful than them. They were right. Everybody is laughing at you.
Use NGOs to write endless hit pieces about you. If they can debank you and take your money away, if they can prevent you from traveling, if they can attach heinous allegations to your name, well, now you're guilty until innocent.
Did you cry? Did you feel hopeless?
You know what's
Were you worried?
Yeah, I was concerned. I was worried, of course, because your life is on the line.
Welcome back to the Alpha Male Universe. So once again, Andrew Tate is having a meltdown, and you may be asking why. Well, it's because the UK has decided to shield the names of those who are accusing him of his crimes. He's extremely upset that the court case is not going the way the Tate brothers want, and he is crying once again. We're gonna jump all into it, so be sure to get your popcorn ready. You know how Andrew Tate cries, right? Pretty entertaining. And you know what? Without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
Let me clear up this news you're seeing on the timeline. The British state has accused me of a crime. They said 15 years ago I did something I wasn't supposed to do and I'm a criminal. But they won't tell me who against. They won't tell me where it happened. They won't tell me when it happened. They just said 15 years ago you did a crime. And I said, okay, against who? We're not telling you in case you tweet it. Why would I tweet it? What are you talking about? Tell me who I committed this crime against so I can defend myself. Nope, we're not gonna let you defend yourself. You're accused of a crime, you're charged with a crime, we won't tell you who against. And I said, well then how do I put a defense together? And they said, well if you come to England, we'll tell you.
So I like to give my opinions in every video because what's a commentary channel without a fucking opinion, right? No fence sitting here. And to be honest, I don't think that the UK is wrong with their decision. Now, if Andrew Tate receives the names of these alleged victims, okay, then he's of course going to broadcast them all over social media. I don't think he has the character to keep those names to himself. I am very much in agreement that he would attempt to probably intimidate these people, maybe even pay them some money. That's my opinion on the matter. Maybe he does something contrary, right? But just seeing what type of man like this alpha male Andrew Tate is, he would definitely probably leak the names.
Well, if you come to England, we'll tell you. I said, sure, I'll come to England. No problem. All I want to know is, can you guarantee I will not be remanded in custody? They said, no, we're not going to guarantee you that. If you come to England, there's a strong chance you're going to go to Belmarsh, remanded in custody for years, pre-trial. And I'm like, so you are accusing me of a crime, you've issued a warrant, you won't tell me who the crime was committed against, if they even exist, because they don't. These are made-up victims, completely made up. They have people hiding behind anonymity and just attacking me, demanding millions of euros, millions of dollars for things that happened in 2009. Nobody's telling me what these things are. Nobody's telling me who these people are. Nobody's telling me when they happened, where they happened, nothing. And they're saying if I go to jail, they'll tell me, but I have to fly to England and put myself in jail.
Honestly, it's really curious to me as to why Andrew Tate is complaining so much, okay? Because he is a citizen of the UK and as such must submit to their rules, right? To their jurisdiction. And he's trying to like debate with the people who are involved with the prosecution like he has any type of power. If you are a citizen under a respective jurisdiction of whatever country's law, that's how the rules have to play by, okay? And this case that has been constructed by the prosecutor is probably, there's a lot of like convincing stuff that would maybe propose to a judge that it's reasonable that Andrew Tate should be in pre-trial confinement. It's basically like the same shit with Wes Watson, right? The reason why he sat in pre-trial confinement until he finally got his conviction, if you're not tracking that he got his 2-year sentence for the beatdown of the 7-foot monster, well now you know, it's because that judge in that case thought it was reasonable to keep Wes Watson in pre-trial confinement. It's the same shit with Andrew Tate. The only difference is that Andrew Tate left the country. And then now there is this whole like element of him just running away scared.
But I have to fly to England and put myself in jail. And I know you're wondering, how come when Britain, as it collapses and doesn't give a fuck about grooming gangs, doesn't give a fuck about the stabbings, doesn't care about the drugs on the street, doesn't care about any of the real crime. How come they keep talking about Andrew Tate? That's because I highlight the problems with the country. They don't want to fix the problems. They want to get rid of me for talking about the problems. So why do I get to travel the world so freely? Why have I been to 25 countries this year? Because when I land in Hong Kong and the British government call the authorities and say, we need Andrew Tate, we have a warrant, the authorities say, well, what's the warrant for? And who's it against? And the British state says, we don't want to tell you who the victims are. The victims don't exist, so no country will extradite me. So I'm traveling the world completely free. No country respects England anymore. Nobody's sending me to them. I'm living as a free man. They keep putting on the BBC that they want to get hold of me. And I'm saying, tell me who my accuser is and I'll come talk to you. And they're like, no, because they've completely made it up. They've made it up to slander me in the media over and over and over again. Their intention is to just lie about me, lie about charges, lie about victims, lie, so that I don't support Rupert.
I don't buy for 1 second that the primary reason why the UK is going after Andrew Tate is because he is a big critic of what's going on there. I mean, there are thousands, tens of thousands of people who talk shit on the UK all the time. Oh, but it's just Andrew Tate, you know? I mean, this guy is a washed up swole cow. Like I said in a previous video, he's Cyrax with a Lamborghini. He's not important at all anymore. Was he like probably influential at one point? Yes, he was, but he got beat by a TikToker and it's just been downhill ever since then. All he does is crash out. No one gives a fuck about Andrew Tate other than to laugh at him.
Lie, so that I don't support Rupert or I don't support Farage, so I don't support anyone, because if I support anyone who's going to make a change in the country, they're going to say, Andrew Tate's accused of crimes, you know. Accused by who? I don't even know the names of these imaginary victims. They haven't even bothered to make up imaginary victims. That's how fucked England is. Guys, the rule of law is collapsing all around us. This can happen to you too. They can say, you need to go to jail because you did a crime. We won't tell you who against. It was 15 years ago. What hope do you stand of a defense? Anyone who gets large online telling the truth, nobody is safe from this. The rule of law is face your accuser. Rule of law is completely broken. Completely broken. Now, the moral arc of the universe bends towards truth. I'm not scared of the British state. The day that they tell me who my accuser is, sure, I'll go and prove them wrong. But I'm not going to go to jail chasing phantoms from made-up pieces of paper from a state which...
Alright, so you've been watching this video for about 8 minutes, and you probably care more than the average viewer about this topic. So I want to open the floor to you and ask this question. Do you think this would change anything? Do you think that if Andrew Tate received these names, do you think he would go to the UK? I do not. Maybe you disagree with me. I would love to read what you have to say down below, or maybe if you agree. But I honestly feel like that wouldn't change anything. He would still be running away and coming up with a new excuse as to why he will not face these charges that have incurred in the UK.
From a state which puts people in jail for years over tweets. That is insanity. And everybody knows I'm innocent. Everybody knows this is a stitch-up. Everybody knows this is a setup, including all the other countries of the world that allow me to visit, give me honors, roll out the red carpet, give me free hotels, meeting with politicians from Russia to Hong Kong to all around the globe, while the British state cry their eyes out. Nobody buys this shit. So all this crap you see online, Andrew Tate loses high court case. Yeah, I went to the high court and said, tell me who my accusers are for the crime I supposedly committed. And the judge said, no, you don't get to know. You just got to go to jail. Well, I don't think that's how the rule of law works. And my American passport hasn't really helped me very much. You know, we have a good administration. Nobody seems interested in restoring the basic rule of law, whereas I should know who is accusing me of things.
So it's really funny when he brings up how these countries are rolling out the red carpet for him. And that's just not true. That's just not true. In my last video, when we talked about his nightmare PR trip to Russia, where he just bitch and moaned about everything, he tried to say that he got swarmed by a mob of fans. And then this happened.
Hello. May I take a photo with you? Oh, all of us. We're getting together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Get in. Hello. Get in. Find a way to fit.
So do you see what I'm talking about? It's just such a huge disconnect from reality. And any like public case that involves this type of charge, I've never seen them reveal the names where a lot of people will be able to see who it is. Like there's just no way a type of case like this would ever have the names revealed when there are so many people watching it. That just doesn't make any sense. There's no precedent for it. I've never seen that before in the media, but you know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe there was one or two, but I'm pretty sure it's not normal to leak the names.
The world is collapsing. The rule of law, the systems, the rules-based order, it is all collapsing. Everybody feels it. Everybody knows it. Everyone knows that every single system we're supposed to rely on is simply corrupted. But when you're in a position like mine, when they say come to jail and I will tell you who has accused you of something 15 years ago, otherwise we're going to endlessly slander you in the media in an attempt to damage your political clout, your political weight, so that you can't push for change. Things are so much darker than the average person imagines. Let me tell you, from being in the fight at the tip of the spear, up here cutting edge, let me promise all of you at home, you know about them locking people up for tweets. You know they're corrupt.
I mean, no matter if we agree or disagree about the systems in place being corrupt, I don't think that's relevant to this video, okay? I mean, there's a lot of things that are messed up in the world. I don't disagree, okay? But at the end of the day, the real downfall for Andrew Tate, it was caused by himself. It was his behavior that caused this downfall. And no one gives a shit about him other than to laugh at him. I'll keep saying that every video, right? But hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you're new to the AMU, then consider subscribing so you can watch some other AMU videos. Join this awesome community and maybe swing on by the Discord. So guys, till the next video. Later. Oh, and also, if you haven't gone yet, I'm considering making a video on Nova Online, maybe Cyrax. I don't know if there's a demand for it. I'll put it down below in the comment sections and pin it. Just let me know, right? Because I'm just curious as to what you think. So catch y'all later.